Welcome to another vid, and welcome to Grundorf. This time I thought we'd do something a bit different, so instead of being on Euro Truck 2, we're on OMSI 2, where no one ever seems to move. Ever. Unless they're walking. But then they seem to walk like they need a toilet. Somewhere. Anyway, take my word for that. There you go, look. But anyway, this video's mainly aimed at the people that haven't played it, because there's probably a lot. Ooh, I still don't know. Zoom out a bit. It's better, a bit quieter. Yeah, right, yeah. This is designed really for people that haven't played it, because I've not played it a lot myself, just to give them an idea of what it's like, what you have to do. Because when I first loaded it, I didn't notice the tutorials, and I just kind of sat looking at the screen saying, what? Because if you do the same as I did and just go straight into the game, it starts pretty much something like that. Just a blank map and a little menu, of which makes absolute no sense unless you kind of, one, can speak German, or two, find tutorials. So I just thought I'd make a quick video. So the first thing really is this little menu here. Create a new bus, change from your current bus to a different bus if you've got more than one running, delete a bus, how inconsiderate, move your bus, give the bus to the computer to drive so that you can go make a cup of tea. This is where you set your route and you get your timetable so you know which stops to go to. That's where you set your bus number so your passengers know which bus to get on. If you've had an accident, if you put your hazard lights on, push this one and please turn up, apparently. Now if you don't do that and just drive off, because I didn't know about that button, then you get fined and you get like a mark on your profile saying you've been fleeing the scene of accidents. Don't know if it actually makes any difference to anything, but this one here, you can repair your truck. It's your truck, wrong game, your bus, if it breaks or when it breaks. If you pull into a petrol station, this one you can fuel up and wash it. This one here puts markers above all the bus stops so that you know when you need to stop, and it'll also give directions to the routes, which isn't bad on the map you start with because there's only really one route, so you only get one set of arrows. But imagine in a city where there's probably 20 routes, that's a lot of arrows, so you need to memorize where you're heading. So for example, this one, when I've lost, there we go, is Kraken House, or Crack House as I keep reading it as. It's really fiddly at first till you get angry. Now this one here, you can set time of day, night time, daytime, get the idea. Pretty much this one does your weather, rainy, snowy, but just for this one we'll leave it nice and clear so we can see what we're doing. This one here, once you've been in the main options and set all your 3 million buttons there is to do everything, this is where you can choose if you want to use your steering wheel or not, which obviously if you've got one you do. And then your last button, which you probably can't see these last couple down here because they'll be behind my Tutsi camera. But you've got your personnel file, which is just how many miles you've done, how many accidents you've had. Don't know who he is. So first thing, let's try and find a bus, which does take a while. So you know, click button, go make a cup of tea, drink your cup of tea, wash your pots, put them away, get ready for bed, have a few hours sleep, get back up in the morning, you might be able to carry on. There is a few different buses you can have, but we'll just stick with this one for now. Choose where you want it to go. Then go make another cup of tea. This is where you get that sinking feeling. Oh, here we go. Thinking as it crashed. So there's your bus. Now, just having a bus is not much use to you unless you put. Oops. Oh. What's he doing on the floor? It's disappeared now. How's they look? Oh, that man's talented. There's a whole new city under there, look. Anyway, yeah. Not much use having a bus unless you've got a route and you put your displays on so that people know that you're actually on which route. So if we jump on here, I'm hoping this all shows up on recording, because if not you'll just see a mouse cursor flying about. So you select your route. There's only one route on this map, and remember this part. We're starting here at Bernhof and driving to Krakow. I'll keep calling it Krakow even though it's Krakenhaus. So yeah, we're going to Krakow and we need to set off in 6 minutes. And they're going to change my bus number, I'm not bothered. So next we can jump on here and we're on line 76 and this terminus is Krakow. And there we go. Your signs are set. So now if we close that, let's jump inside. So this is where you'll spend all your time. If you click on your steering column, then your steering wheel will disappear, so you get a good view. That's better. A bit more, yeah. So first thing you want to do, obviously, stick your key in. Everything powers up. Now you've got two buttons. One to stop your engine. One to start your engine. If your bus for some reason has been left in drive or reverse, it won't start. So stick it in neutral. And also just quickly as well, if you're in drive to go forward and you want to go backwards, you have to go through neutral. So drive, neutral, reverse. And same to go back to drive. So start your bus up. Now over here, 15 degrees, that's the cabin temperature of the bus. Now they like it to be about 19, your passengers that is, but because we've just started it up and as water temperature's still cold, your heaters are going to be cold. So if we look over here, this little button here warms the water before it gets to the heaters so that your heaters are warm before your engine's warm. Simples. Button just above it, that one turns your retarder on and off. If it's off, then it'll only work when you're braking. If it's on, then it will kick in as soon as you let off the accelerator. These are your cabin lights and your interior bus lights. This one here tilts your bus to curb so that people in wheelchairs can get on. But if that's on, you can't drive. I learned that last night after about 3 hours of trying to get the thing to set off. So this one here is your station stop. I'm going to spin around just to make sure you can see that. Yeah, that's your station stop. Which, if you pull up at your station, instead of putting your handbrake on, which is this one, if you use your station stop, one, it's a bit quicker, and two, you can't open your doors without your station brake on. So if we put your station brake off, it disables your doors. And obviously with it being on a station brake, you can't drive with it on either. Now, come on. This one here will open your back doors for if someone wants to get off and they've got a pram. No, sorry, wants to get on and they've got a pram, because you can only open the front doors with your two buttons. And for some reason they don't like us. Yeah, you can get a pram through there. It's just being picky. The big yellow Christmas tree looking thing, that is to tell you that someone on the bus wants to get off, so you need to stop at the next stop. Little one here, that's your hazard lights for when you've had an accident or you break down. Fog lamp for back. This one here I'm not sure of yet. I think it's something to do with after a certain time of night, so that your back door doesn't open. People can only get on and off through the front doors, I think. Demisters for if it's icy, which it's not. Nice and sunny. And this one here turns your heat to blow your ventilation on, as you can hear. Now while I've been waffling, hopefully, no, water's still cold, and we're still only on 15 degrees. Oh, zoom out a bit. If we look up here, that's his heater controls. So stick some fans on, turn temperature up. Come on, let's get it nice and toasty. I'm not really sure. I think that's ventilation and foot warmer. Not really sure. But we'll leave it at that for a minute and see if it warms up. Yeah, we'll see. We're already getting a bit warmer. To your left, you've got a window that you can open if you want. Now, there is a switch here, but I'll be honest, I've no idea what that does. But over here, you have your coin machine, which there's a couple of ways that you can. Hang on, let's just. Turn the meters down a bit, it's a bit noisy. Right, yeah. There's a couple of ways that you can sell tickets. This one's got a ticket machine, obviously, that prints you a ticket. Like that. Or on some of the older buses, you've just got like strips of tickets and a stamp that you have to rip off the ticket and give it them. Now, all well and good, but the people getting on the bus speak German and are asking for a ticket that's in German. Personally, I don't speak German, I can't understand it, and when you try and use the machine, that's in German as well. And I mean, it's still the same kind of principle, but then you've got to kind of work out the change and sort out the ticket. But if you go in your options, you can put that onto easy mode, which then you just need 3 buttons. One takes the money, one gives them a ticket, one gives them the change. So a lot easier. You don't have to understand it, you don't even have to pay attention, just click, click, click. Get off my bus, thank you very much. Don't leave your chewing gum under my seat. Right, let's get rid of that again. So pretty much I just ignore that, I just keep an eye on time and what stop it is. This little one here, Ibis, tells you basically if you're early or late for your next stop. Put in what route you're on, what line you're on, and it'll come up with your stops. So we're going to be on line 76, 3 digits, so 076, and you've got 2 digits after for if it's a special line, which we can ignore for this one, so we just want 2 zeros. Your ticket machine should start making weird noises and say random things. And this is the bit that confuses me, is for every route there'll be multiple lines for whether you're going from A to B or from B to A, or maybe there might be a C in there as well. And it never really seems to tell you which route you're on. Now I've got a sneaky suspicion that if you look at your timetable, line 76 to Crack House, and there's a 1, so I'm thinking that's route 1. Could be wrong. Usually I'd sit here for half an hour trying to make sure I've got it in right, so we'll try that. So route 1, hopefully, yep, Cracking House, yep. Is that right? Not really sure. I think it is. Yeah, because that's where we are, look, Bauernhof. Now the other thing this does on some buses, I won't say most because I'm wrong probably, is because buses are automatic, you don't need your clutch. So the clutch on this is the button that skips this to your next stop, which on this bus also announces the next stop to your passengers. So for example, we've just left a stop, you press your clutch pedal and it does absolutely nothing, and it should. So now it's just making me out to be a liar. And does my wheel work at all? Ah, right, one sec then. So, no, wrong one. Wrong menu. Steering wheel. That's better. So what were I saying? Yeah, you press your clutch.
Nordspitze.
And it skips to your next stop and announces it to your customers, passengers.
Elsterplatz.
As you can see. So, yeah, Nordspitze, Elsterplatz. So next one, Gausdorf. There we go. I suppose it kind of teaches you German while you're playing. Now, we're actually nearly 3 minutes late already. So, that's not a good start. So if we just cancel this job for a moment. So, as well as your main driving view, obviously you can look left and right, but it's a bit jerky because you have to just kind of skip in intervals, unless you've got a track IR, which I haven't. You can sit in different passenger places. Double decker, you can go upstairs, but we've only got a single decker, so we're out of luck with that one. And obviously same on the outside. So let's have a steering wheel back. Oh yeah, let's get rid of that again. Now on this bus, your windscreen wipers are on your stalk where you'd expect them to be. But on some buses they're on switches here, so if you can't find them, look on there. Right, so let's get us route again. Hopefully we won't be late this time. So line 76, route 1. Hopefully you can still see this bit. Now this time the route's the other way around. We're starting at Krackhouse and we're finishing at Bernhof, so we need to get to the other end of the line in 11 minutes, which is not a problem because it's not that far. So Krackhouse to Bernhof. So now we need to tell Ibis what we're going to be doing. So line 76, and I'm tipping this is going to be route 2. Yep, because that's where we're going to end up, Bauernhof. We're starting at Krakenhaus. Now I must have been wrong about that -2 because this is route 2, but that still says 1. So have to see about that. So yeah, now we need to get to the start point. 19.4, look, so we can turn everything down and off, and I think I've broke that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. And it's still a bit noisy, which leads me to believe that that preheating thing's still on. That's a bit better. So let's make our way to the other side. Right, so what have I got on? What's off? Brake, drive, and off we go. Right, see, like now it's slowing down. If I switch that, it'll just carry on. Get off the road. Right, that's his first stop, but we are actually 6 minutes early, hopefully. Yes, we need to start at 12:22 and it is 12:15, so yeah, got a few minutes left yet, which should just give me enough time to sort this oven situation out. Doors open. That's because I pushed that buggy button earlier. Close. Close. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Yeah, let's give a bit of ventilation. Oh, I can open all windows as well. Yeah, let's get them up, because buses always smell, don't they? Right, so 20 degrees, cooling nicely. Cooling pretty quick, really, isn't it? Must be cold outside. So let's maybe I got a bit carried away. Plus all doors are open as well for some reason. So get rid of that. Ah, that's still clicked, look, there we go. So 9 a minute. back door should close and that light should go off. There we go. Jobs are good. Just need to show that one now. That's better. And temperature's about right. I don't know what that does, but so 4 minutes left. Could be right early. First time for everything. So while we're waiting, oh, open that. Ah. That's close enough to curb, innit? Yeah, what's this about? I think there's a ghost. That's all I need to say. Looks a bit iffy to me. So, 3 minutes. It's going to be a long 3 minutes, this. So what we might as well do is at least pull up to stop. Perfect-ish. Now, I have actually made this video a few times, and every time either it hasn't recorded a menu or it's crashed, because it does crash a lot this game at the moment for unknown reasons. For some reason the first few times nobody wanted to get on bus even though everything was set right. They just didn't want to get on. So hopefully this time we'll actually have some customers or passengers. So 2 minutes. Another thing as well, for some reason you can open this. I haven't figured out why yet. Maybe just for effect. But yeah, I don't know what that does. They don't really seem to do well. But the annoying thing is you'll sit and wait here for 3 minutes, twiddling your thumbs, dum-de-dum-de-dum, and then you'll spend the rest of the route rushing around trying to get there on time. Oh, I do anyway. It's like, to me, if you're going to catch this bus, you'd be here now. If you're in, I'd let you on and then bugger off. If you weren't here when I were here, tough luck. There we go, nearly 2 minutes. 0.7. So, Kirkenhouse and Kirkenhouse. Doors for a minute just in case anybody turns up. Well, there's no one about anyway, so I don't think they're gonna. bit of that warmth in. There's no one coming, so might as well journey down to the next one and see if... Oh, are you coming? Bit of you. Got about 30 seconds. That'd be a typical bus driver and wait till you're just about to step on, then drive off giggling. Ah, yeah, no you're not, are you? And you're going to make me late if I wait. Oh, they are, look. Unsuspecting victims. So pull up, station brake on, and open the door, or two. Now, I haven't figured out why all these people don't pay. He wants a something, so I'm going to take his money, give him a ticket, give him his change. Sorted, don't have to speak to him. No one else there. Oh, you getting on? No, you're trying to find a toilet, aren't you? Station brake off, and off we go.
Einsteindorf Ausbau.
Perfect. Are you paying? No, are you paying? At least somebody does. I think you are. And on we go in the Stravels.
Gausdorf.
There's somebody stood up. Why are you stood up? Sit down. You'll fall over. I can't drive. To say it's a small village, traffic lights take forever. I'm not even doing that bad for time. Yeah, you can get on for one door this time. Thank you, sir. Alright, come on, somebody pay. He didn't give me enough money for all your lot. Be watching you.
Elsterplatz.
Welcome aboard, sir. Why are you called James Bond? Don't pay then. Don't even say good morning. It's just rude.
Nordspitze.
There's no one there, but somebody wanted to get off, so don't need to open that. There's nobody there. There's people walking through bus.
Bauern. Endhaltestelle. Bitte aussteigen.
Whoops! Sorry. There we go. Now, if you can't see it, the screen's just popped up, and it gives you all your stops and your whether you were late or early. Now, for the first stop, I was 9 seconds late, not bad. Second stop, I was 12 seconds early. Third stop, 15 seconds early. Fourth stop, 32 seconds early, and I arrived here 48 seconds early. So not bad overall. Went better than I usually does. So let's shut this off. So that's my little introduction to OMSI 2. I'll be back when I know what I'm doing myself and do something a bit more interesting than carry a few people. I always thought they were mice, and it's not. It's people's heads below concrete. There's a whole underworld city, look. He's walking on a roof. Spooky. No wonder why it crashes. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for watching.